I'm going to be sharing with you in this video where I believe most people go wrong with the manifestation process, not allowing them to manifest, to attract, to create what they want using the law of attraction. And actually, it's pretty much they're slowing themselves down based on my own experience, based on what I've seen with my clients and just people that try to manifest. And this has been a huge part of my own experience as well. And I'm going to share with you not only where most people go wrong, but the other side where you can actually have the solution to speed up the process to your manifestations as well. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Now, the first thing that I have here for you is too much thinking, not enough feeling. Because yes, we need to visualize. Yes, we need to think. Yes, we have to have that goal in mind and hold that vision. But at the same time, though, thoughts can actually remove you from that connection to your higher self and your feelings. And I think that a lot of teachers and law of attraction, gurus, so to speak, or whatever, all these people on YouTube, I think that I'm not trying to judge anybody, but I think that there's too much of a focus in the law of attraction community on the thinking, and there's not a connection to the feeling. And I'm not even necessarily talking about just the feeling circumstantially, but that connection to your higher self, to that higher part of you, because thoughts and thinking can be sort of a gateway to get to that higher level of frequency. Not that there's anything higher or lower inherently in the universe, but your relative experience, you're raising your frequency and getting to that higher level. But what I found in my experience, personally for me, maybe every person just works differently, but if you're attracted to this video, maybe you work similar to me, I find that thinking just blocks me from creating what I want. I'm more of a chooser of my frequency. That's how I operate. That's how my spirit operates. I can choose the energetic state that I want to embody. I'm very conscious of the fact that if I'm focused too much on the circumstances and focused too much on what I'm seeing in front of me and what's happening in comparison to the frequency that I'm embodying while I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a time to focus on the circumstances and be a little bit more logical, but what I found is that personally for me, when I'm thinking too much and not focused on that frequency, on the energy, what's happening is that my manifestations slow down, and also I tend to experience the same things over and over and over, and there's like a loop where I start to have very similar experiences and nothing really changes. And there's a lot of resistance in that process too. So not only am I experiencing similar things every single day, but there's resistance, more resistance than needed, and it's just not supporting me to manifest what it is that I truly want. Now, the second thing that I have written here for you is, yes, I have notes pretty much in every video. I give you pretty much 3 points to keep it logical and structured for you to be able to get that information in the most receptive way possible. The second thing I have for you here is people are ignoring their frequency and their energy. And this comes from being too logical once again. Maybe you read somewhere that you have to be embodying some sort of a specific diet. Maybe you read somewhere that you need to be doing certain things in order to get to what it is that you want to manifest. Maybe you read somewhere that you have to be a certain way to get what you want. But then you go against your higher frequency, your inner being, your higher self, flowing through you in all moments, bringing you closer to what it is that you truly want to manifest. And you ignore your frequency. You ignore where the energy is guiding you to go, because your energy knows exactly what you want to manifest. You don't need to be forcing anything to attract what it is that you want. You don't need to be forcing anything. You can sometimes be in a little bit more of a forceful, logical state, but then the energy will guide you to get into that state if necessary, not because you read it somewhere, not because somebody told you to do it, not because you feel like you have to do it. If there's any have tos, that's a huge sign that you're already, I saw a squirrel outside, that's already a huge sign through the window that you're ignoring your higher self. Your higher self is always communicating to you in infinite different ways, through synchronicities, through your own body sometimes, through even thoughts. But really what I found personally for me is that my frequency and my energy is always communicating to me in a very powerful way. And my thoughts have only blocked me in a lot of ways, a majority of the time, to get to that next level in my life where whatever thought that I had was limited in comparison to that next level that I cannot logically comprehend, because your logic will stop you from getting to that next level because perhaps it's not something that you can even conceive of at your current level of consciousness. But when you get to that higher level, you can only experience it by choosing that higher frequency. So what I want to show you here and what I'm trying to communicate to you is that ignoring the frequency and the energy is one of the biggest mistakes that you can actually make when it comes to manifesting what you want in your life. And that's just a very powerful thing to remember, is if you don't really know what to do, if you don't know what decision to make, don't think about it. What is the energy telling you? How do you really, quote unquote, feel about it? And when I say the word feel, I'm pointing not necessarily to the circumstances, the circumstantial feelings that you have, but there's a higher energy that's pulling you towards something that if you tune into, it's almost very obvious that that is the choice to make, because you can feel that you're lighter, that you're more connected to spirit, that you're more connected to who you truly are. And this is a quote unquote very subtle thing, but it's also very obvious at a certain level if you really tap into spirit and tap into that frequency and just choose what energy feels better, so to speak, what feels lighter. So ignoring your frequency is one of the biggest mistakes you can make to manifest your reality into existence. Now, the third and final thing that I have for you here is something interesting. Have you ever heard of the quote, people that do the same things over and over and over, expecting different results, that is the definition of insanity? And that's true. I've seen that to be the case in my life. Whether you're focused on the circumstances, whether you're focused on the vibration, if you're doing the same thing, what's happening is that, and you're expecting different results, what's happening is that that's a huge block to manifestation. You don't want to be focused on doing the same actions. And if you are doing the same actions, like me, I'm recording a video every single day, you want to try to change it up just a little bit. Change something about the way that you're doing the action if you do similar things every single day. That's something that you can do that's very powerful as well. And so what I want to point out to you here is that if you're trying to manifest something, what got you to where you are is not going to get you to the next level. Okay, that's very important to keep in mind, because the actions that you've taken, the way that you've been taking actions, have gotten you to where you are. But if you want to become something new, if you, it's not another squirrel, if you want to become something, it's just like a little fence outside and I see squirrels running sometimes. And if you want to, I love nature, if you want to get a different result, then what's happening is that you need to be focused on doing something different, or at least being a different way. Because sometimes you can do the same actions. It's not always about changing the actions. Sometimes it's about changing the way that you're doing the action, the place that you come from. I always talk about this. And when I say, I really love those collection of words, because words are pointers to the truth. I really like the collection of words, the place that you come from, because that sentence points you to something that doesn't necessarily change what you're doing, but the place that you're coming from, the way that you are, right? The frequency that you hold when you're doing the action. So what I want you to keep in mind is that if you want to change something in your experience, and experience change, you have to be a different way and do different things. And usually if you are being a different way, the doing will come naturally. Because if you're being a different way, you'll start to do things differently. So that's a very powerful thing. Sometimes people just do things differently and then they're experiencing very slow change. But if you change the way that you are, the place that you come from, automatically sometimes, most of the times, pretty much always, the actions will start to change very powerfully. So whatever decision you make in terms of whether you're going to be focused on the circumstances or just the actions, of course, I recommend changing the way that you are to speed up and accelerate the manifestation process. I encourage you to be conscious of the fact that if you're doing the same thing again and again and again and again, expecting to have a different result, then that's the definition of insanity. Now, of course, there's exceptions. Like for me, when I post videos consistently to get a certain result, but even then that could be limitation. What if I believe I have to post videos every single day when really I need to slow down and not post videos every single day? And that could speed up a manifestation process. How do I know? How do I really know? Sometimes you gotta change things up. Don't be afraid to let go of the way that you are and what you've been doing, and you'll find that you can actually speed up the manifestation process. Now, if you apply these three things, I can pretty much guarantee you, can't guarantee anything, but I can pretty much let you know that there's going to be a very high chance that you're going to be able to speed up your manifestation process, and things that you want are going to come to you faster than ever. Please leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like button so that more people can get access to this content, because I do believe that every single person on the planet does deserve to know that they are the creators of their reality and they can manifest what they want in the most effortless and easeful way possible. As always, enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, the link will be in the description box of this video as well, and in the description box as well. Once again, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.